Hello and welcome to my channel, and remember to subscribe and like if you like the content of my videos. Today's video, hopefully to be a short video, is going to be on a knife, and the knife it's going to be on is the Steel KuDu. Now this knife I picked up, I was looking at the Okapi, and it's a knife that was originally designed in Germany, sold to the German colonists in South Africa, and then eventually they sold the rights to a company in South Africa who's now manufacturing them. When I do my videos, I do a lot of research, and from what I can get from the videos, the quality of the South African knives are not as good as they used to be when they were made in Germany. Blade play around in here, handles are not that well constructed anymore. They're still an okay knife, but this one cost me $8, and the Okapis are more expensive. Now, the one thing I wish they would do different with these knives. Let me go ahead and open this. I'm doing it off camera because I have to use a microfiber cloth on it. This is a mirrored finish stainless steel. Now what that means, and anybody that handles knives knows what that means, is they're a fingerprint magnet. There's no, I mean, if you want to keep this shiny, it's constantly wiping it down, which normally I don't do, but I do it for the video. And when I do it, I use microfiber. Now, $8 knife. This handle is, I'm going to say Zytex. The handle is a composite, and it is tough. It is, from what I understand, it is super tough. The blade is not going anywhere. This is a ring lock, or some people call them a ratchet knife, and I'll show you that in a second here. This is the spring, and there's the locking mechanism. And there's these ratchets on the back of the blade that makes the ratcheting noise, and the last one is rather large, and that's what keeps it locked. To unlock it, a couple ratchets and it's closed. Now I'm going to put this by my mic so you can hear it open. Now that's the sound it makes. It's real distinct. From what I understand, in South Africa, a lot of the criminals carry these knives. Supposedly, I don't know for sure. Now, this is a sharp knife. I've been using this for quite a while. Never works when you're doing it on camera. One of the reasons is I've got my swamp cooler in here going, and its humidity's up way high, and this paper is damp. Yeah, it's wet. But like I said, I've been using it. Came very sharp. Nice design. It's thin, but it feels comfortable in the hand. One of the complaints people have is this ring getting in the way. I've seen them where they put cord in there, take the ring out, but the ring has a spot in it where it's thinner. And I put that ring in there, rock my thumb, and in that position it's out of the way. I can hardly feel it. And you can do everything you want to do with it. Good utility knife. Could it be used for bushcraft? Yes, anything can be used for bushcraft. If you got a knife that you use and you get the job done, then it's a bushcraft knife. I really like this knife. It's 2.6 ounces, so it can be put in a pocket. A little bit long, but I don't mind. And I close it with my hands completely out of the way, just because I don't want to get cut. Now, $8. This is a fantastic knife for $8. I'm gonna get me another one. They make one, the Elan, which is bigger. I might get that, I don't know, but I think I'm gonna get another one just to have a backup in case something happens to this. I don't see that because the construction on this is really, really good. I showed this to my son, asked him what he would pay for it, or what he thought it was worth, and he said $20, $25, which I agree. But $8 on Amazon with free shipping because I'm Prime. This is a fantastic knife. It's not the original, but from everything I'm hearing and watching, it's better than the original. I really enjoy having it, and I, until recently, did not have a lot to do with single bladed folders, and I've given several away to my son because I use a Swiss Army knife. It's got all the tool sets I want, but since I use it, I've started carrying me a small lock blade, an open nail number 8, just to have a bigger blade than comes on the Swiss Army knife. And I still have the best of both worlds. I got a folder and I've got the multi-tool. So I bought this one because I was interested in the design. For the money, I gotta say this is the best knife I've ever owned. I mean, $8, that's ridiculous. Now, I'm gonna say this, and a lot of people are gonna cringe. I've been called an idiot for doing this, but then there's thousands and thousands of idiots out there like me. This cannot be used to strike sparks off a ferro rod because it's rounded. The open nail, you can. Swiss Army knife, you can. Some people say, oh, don't do that, it's gonna ruin the knife. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. I don't care. Ruin the knife. There's some companies that make their knives to be able to use it on a ferro rod. So they're the knife maker, and I've never heard of a knife blade being destroyed by doing that. Patoning, yes. I've seen videos of knives breaking, and I would never baton with this knife. Unless it's an emergency, I wouldn't baton with any folder. And for that matter, not very many full tang knives because I'm going to be carrying a hatchet with me. Anyway, and you can see that that is a mirror finish, even with the fingerprints. But overall, man, I like this knife. I like the way it cuts. I like the way it looks. I like the way it feels in my hand. Again, I had done a bunch of research, and that keeps me from buying stuff that I probably would regret. Let other people do the research for me, and then when I get one I like, I put out a video on it. This design is only on one side, which is no big deal. One thing I would really love for them to do, carbon blade. If they would put one of these out in a carbon blade, I would buy it in a heartbeat. Because on this type of knife, I would prefer a carbon blade. I can patina it, put a pattern in it, make it look real nice. But these are comfortable knives for me. Not everybody's going to like the handle. Not everybody's going to like the thinness of it or the design. I understand that everybody's hands are different. Works okay for me. I actually like it. Nice blade, cold steel KuDu, K-U-D-U. If you're looking for something that's really good and inexpensive, right there it is. That's the knife to get. I would say you wouldn't be disappointed. I mean, I know some people aren't going to like the way it handles and the way it feels, but that's just, you know, personal preference, hand size, and everything else. But this is an impressive knife, and if you're thinking about getting one of the original Okapi, I would look at the cold steel. See what's out there, see what people say about them. There's one video that he had an old Okapi, and he bought one of the new ones, and he said the difference in the two knives are quite a bit. in quality control. The older one is more like this, no movement in the blade, and just a bit, and the handle looked a lot different. Now, the original, the Okapi, this is a pin. Here, it's like a hex head. So if this loosens up at all from use, you can tighten that back down and lock that blade back in there real tight, which the original doesn't have. So I would recommend this knife. It's $8, and I got free shipping on it. I should have ordered 2 or 3 of them at that price, but I wasn't sure how they were going to turn out and how I was going to like them, or as much as I do. But anyway, highly recommend this. Not the biggest fan of Cold Steel. They have good products. They have bad products like everyone else. But this is one of their really, really, really good ones. So thanks for watching the video.